Paul Case here. I'm gonna make another little short video if I can get it done before this happens. I'm waiting on some people to come get some stuff, so and you kind of never really know when that's gonna happen. But I've got these tires ordered for my tedder, and I'm really surprised. These actually have a name on them. I think they said D-Stone on them. Yep, D-Stone. But they're way too, they're not ever gonna mount up like that. And so I come back here to my scrap wood pile so I can find me some boards to hold them apart for a while. And I think I'll be able to find some that's just the right length. Let me just take a little looking. If I can get them held apart for a while, they'll mount up a lot easier. There's one. I don't know if I can get 3 of them in there. 2 of them might do it per tire. Put them in there and leave them like that for a while. See if they won't mount up a little better when I get ready to put them on there. And do that. We'll hold them up to the shop like that. Leave them set up the shop until we get ready to mount one of them. Got a whole bunch of the whole pile of stuff on 3x4s, and they've been making us do it on these 1x4s for some of my buyers. They want them, the bundle cut back to 8 foot. So to go through their door. There's some bad planning to make a door 8 foot to carry a bundle of 8 foot stuff through, but that's what they did. So we have to take chainsaw and cut the end of that bundle off. Got a little walnut custom job to do for a guy. Hauling them up here all the way from Maysville, Arkansas. I think sometimes the Lord puts people together like that. And I've got friends between here and there that have sawmills that would cut that stuff for you. However, I can use the work right now. He seems to be happy with what we've done for him so far. Getting remnants of a hurricane up in here today, and good chances of rain off and on. I hope we get some. So now, before I unload them, I want to show you another mess. Dakota managed to trade pretty cheap for John Deere AMT 626. It's like a Gator, except it's got 4 wheels on the back and 1 in the front. Yep, it's a 5-wheeler. Made back in the late 80s, early 90s. And this thing has a little Kawasaki motor on it. We can find nothing on it that says Kawasaki, but everybody says they're Kawasaki motors. Oh, we could get the thing turned, didn't have no compression. So he took the head off, and the exhaust valve was stuck. And you can see all the shrapnel. I mean, he's gotten way down into this thing. So another piece of a plastic gear there, that's all. I don't know what the heck that is, but oh, that's governor stuff right there. So the governor's all shot too. Little plastic gear on the governor, and it's got a fibered deal on this timing gear right there. It runs the camshaft, and you can see it stripped all out. So we actually took the head off and he put it all back together once, and then when we was trying to run it, well, it was the rocker arms wouldn't move, and so he took the front cover off, which was a mess. I kind of knew the people he got it from, and that right down in there tells a story. He was looking at getting a Predator motor from Harbor Freight to put in there, and I think it would fit right in there, but you have to take the fuel tank stuff off from it, or else use the fuel tank on it, which I think would be an easier deal, and take the center console controls out of this thing, and he wouldn't have to worry about any of that old wiring. This thing had been sitting outside for ain't no telling how long. I know the people that had it had been deceased for a couple years now, and I know they'd parked it a long time before that, so it looks like kind of a neat little deal, and he come by it super cheap, so he can afford to put a little money into it probably, but that camshaft gear is ground all off right down in there. Not turning the camshaft at all. And we haven't figured out how to get that camshaft out of there, but it seems like that gear is kind of made on that camshaft. Anyway, I don't know if we'd be better. I think he'd be better off to go get him a whole nother motor. You can read on that connecting rod right down in there. Made in Japan. So, but I don't think the Predator motor's not going to be different. They're a knockoff of a Honda, but they make one, and he can get it at Harbor Freight for like $350, and he's got coupons where he can get it cheaper than that. Maybe get it for $360 with a 2-year warranty or something like that. The whole rest of the thing may blow up before it's got a 2-year warranty. I was kind of impressed, though. It does have a little, it's just got a forward and reverse, and then it's got a centrifugal clutch that makes it turn faster the faster your motor turns, or tightens the belt up more. But this thing's fixed up to where these wheels are on a roller chain drive. You can see the roller chain right in there. So the wheels on each side are connected by a roller chain, but they don't have an axle that goes straight across. And so you're not spinning tires on one side when you're turning. And I don't know about the transmission in them, but the rest of it seems like it's got a stout little frame. Well, I'm back on this thing too. I'm gonna take this apart. I still haven't got nobody to show up yet, so I'm gonna take this thing here apart and see if I can't get to where I can change that clutch parts again. So here goes nothing. That's probably just what it'll be too. Got a lot of projects going on right here in the shop. We've got my wood buster all broke down over there. I waited on a place in Joplin to get me seals for, it was either 3 or 4 weeks. And then when I finally got them to talk to me about what the deal was, they said, well, we've ordered those and all but just a couple of the parts came in. Well, they had gotten the seals, and they were them old leather type of seals. And they've got an expander deal that's not leather. It's probably like Bakelite that goes on the top and the bottom of them to make them spread out as you tighten them down. And they couldn't get those top and bottom, and I'm like, well, these tops and bottoms aren't hurt. He said, oh no, they're not. You could use them again if you want to, and that would be a lot better because we can't seem to get those others. So So that was what happened on that. And part for this chainsaw has been sitting on my table. Just been awful busy doing other stuff. I guess I gotta get a flat. I'm gonna have to get me a set of screwdrivers, because this one here I've been using is about the only one I can find. And it's got them changeable bits in it. I don't always like them. Can't pry on nothing with a changeable bit. Do much good. But if I remember right, I got to take this little plate off here. Ordered all these chainsaw parts at the same time, and parts to overhaul that starter for that MS290. I got the piece of rope that I had ordered, and then the little dogs had to come. They were, you get like 20 of them in a package. Dad always said that that stuff was that cheap, it probably wasn't good, but he might be right and he might be not. I don't know. And I think I'm not going to get this all back together. I think I'll wind up having to go get tools from my dad's. I don't have any of those brake spring tools. I have a feeling I'll take that brake spring loose. I kind of got a deal to put my wood processor up for sale and I get it to going again, because I want to get me a Halverson. Thought when I sell calves this fall, I'll probably have enough money to do that. So I hope. Glad all them little screws are the same. Otherwise, I'd be having to write a map on the top of this clothes dryer. Some of y'all may be wondering why I got a clothes dryer in my shop. This was our plan in case we wound up getting some wet corn to dry our corn with. And you know, everybody knows the clothes dryer have a blower on them, so we was going to take this clothes dryer and use the blower on it and blow air. It wouldn't even have to be hot air, but air anyway, through a 4-inch black tube that we put down in our bins. But I'm quite certain we're not going to have to deal with that, because the days when we was getting corn, they was taking some into the market as well, and they was not docking them for moisture content. No, it couldn't be that easy. So see if I can get this thing trigger back around there. Go looking for tools in Dakota's tools so I can finish this. Could be some of that stuff was my stuff anyway. I ain't gonna get any real close up to this because I'll probably tick somebody off by doing this myself instead of taking it to a saw shop. Still couldn't believe he said, "You want me to order that?" I don't know. some saw shops just don't do. Not, haven't figured out customer service yet or something. And I think it may be kind of like the farming business. There are less people in the business of really cutting wood. There's some homeowners around here that cut their own firewood, and there are some firewood cutters and that type of thing. I'm sure they use that saw shop. They fix lawnmowers. And if you take a saw in there sometime and need it, you're probably just going to be out of luck. Sign on their door says something like we're 2 week, 3 week, 4 week waiting period. Got one little E-clip here I'm going to take off. E-clips are not my favorite. Sometimes it doesn't end well. Put me off another few weeks getting on the internet to try to find this E-clip. So I got that long and then lose it. So. I don't know if that'll go back that easy, but I got the old part out, and there it is. It's broke, and the whole handle hooked to that. So as we go back with that, we've got to get that all going cattywampus on us. Of course, you have to spring the handle a little bit. You wonder if I don't break it trying to get it back together. But I didn't. I may even be able to get that little E-clip back. But you can't tell you how handy that would be, and it went. Look at that. That's how that's supposed to work. Now we'll see if I can get this spring back on it. Deal. No doubt it'll go, and it went. Wow. That's just all going too good. I'll show you what I was working on here. In order to get that off, you have to take off that E-clip, and this spring that hooks on way back here has got to come off, and it hooks on right there. And that piece, that rubber or plastic piece that we changed, there's a little dog that goes all the way down in there, and it goes on this pin, but it also has this piece of metal goes through a notch in it. I can show you that notch on this piece, and it goes over that same pin right there. And this is how the mechanics of that work. This is on, and then when something makes it kick back and causes you to push the handle like that, it trips that mechanism. And so we got that part all put back together. We got to put the bar back on it and the cover with all those little screws. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, but I'm gonna have that all put back together here in just a little bit if I don't have too bad of luck. Maybe even before my people get here to get their stuff. So I still yet got to put the screw in the other side of this, put this cover plate on there and the bar and the outside cover, but we just about got it. Hey, this is Paul Case. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.